All right, we're back again with another video. It seems like just yesterday I was repairing these jeans because I had a little bit of a blowout forming, and just yesterday I took them off and I was looking at them and I realized that there's already new holes starting to form. So we're back again here on the sewing machine and we're gonna do a few little reinforcements before they get out of, before they actually like turn into big holes. So Vinny, why don't you come around here and I'll show you guys first what I'm gonna be fixing. So I walk a lot in these jeans, I ride my bike, I do climbing, I do everything in these jeans. So because of that, they get a lot of wear and tear, and I've been wearing these every single day for over 13 months now. So you can see here, I already reinforced this area, reinforced this hole, but now I got these new holes right about to form here. We just have the weft yarn holding it together, and there's also like other small points where it's hard to see on the warp side, like right here, even right here on the corner of the pocket. There's a lot of small little places here where the fabric is, it's almost about to go. So we're gonna fix them here real quick today, show you how to do it. By the way, I have no training, very little experience on the sewing machine, so if I can do it, that means you can do it too. I know we did the video with Terry before and he was really struggling. He made it look hard, but it's not that hard. Just find a sewing machine, like your mom's sewing machine, your grandma's sewing machine, or pick one up. Or you can do it by hand. The sewing machine just makes it a lot faster and easier, I find. I like to turn the jeans inside out because it gives you a little bit of a better view of the areas you need to repair. So you can see up here, that's gonna need a little bit of repair here. Down here, there's some more areas where it's starting to get really thin. And then the main ones are right here in that crotch area where you can see that it really badly needs repair. A few weeks, this would be a hole. So we're gonna get started. If you've never done this before, oh, you know what? Also, even this area is gonna need a little bit more too because the facing is kind of rubbed away and that needs some attention. If you've never done this before, don't practice on your jeans. Like get a scrap piece of fabric and just kind of practice and get the feeling of the sewing machine first. But once you do that, it's fairly easy. So we'll start by just, we'll open these up, make it a little easier, and get these guys in the inside here. And what area should we start on first? Okay, let's start with this little area here. We're just gonna reinforce this area a little bit, go up and down a little. So before you start, you always wanna make sure that you're only sewing on one piece of fabric, or else you might sew your jeans to themselves, which would not be good. Okay, so let's just take a quick look. So here we have the first little area of reinforced. I might go back and forth a little bit in that direction. And then here you can see the outside there. So I just need to trim those threads away. And that's the first little area. So let's continue a little. We'll do a little bit more and then we'll go to the next spot. So again, just always double check that there's only one layer. You're not gonna be sewing anything together here. And we'll put the foot down. Then we'll go, usually on a sewing machine, there's a back button here. So you press this button and that's gonna reverse it. And then just go slow. No need to go fast. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. It looks like it's nicely reinforced. We got a nice little square shape there. Not the most beautiful job, but hey, it's wabi-sabi. It gets the job done. Okay, so next area. What area should we do next? Maybe around right here. The other thing you can do, I don't really have, here, could you grab me that chalk over there, Vinny? On the inside of the jeans, it doesn't really matter. You could use a Sharpie or a pen or sewing chalk, whatever, and just kind of like draw the area that you want to repair. So once you get it in the sewing machine, you can kind of see it a little bit better. So we'll start with that. Okay, so I finished all of these lengthwise stitches. Now I'm going to go back and zigzag in the other direction. And then each time I press the back button, I just turn the jeans a little bit. So again, make kind of more zigzags here. All right, there you go. This is real hack job technique. But if you're just fixing your jeans and they're already faded and everything, it looks fine. You get that nice little kind of like grid pattern there. I think it adds to the jeans. I think it looks cool. What do you think, Vinny?
I actually think I would start doing this to my jeans too.
Just for fun.
Just for fun.
You have to pay extra for this normally if you buy your jeans pre-ruined, pre-faded jeans. Okay, let's see on the inside here. Where else? All right, let's do this section here first, and then we will continue on to the other side. This area looks, the front area looks fine. It's just this back panel. So let's get this nice and flat. And we'll go here, here, across like that. Okay. Yeah, it can be a little bit awkward. So you got, you know, the jeans want to stay together, but always just make sure you're not sewing onto your own jeans. Let's try something different. Want to see something cool, Vinny? What we'll do is we'll zigzag across this way, and then we'll zigzag this way, kind of like a diamond shape. Why not? We'll just try something different. Yeah, that's cool. So you got like a little bit of a diamond pattern going on there. You can see here this area and this area were the more important areas, so I add a little bit more on there. Now we'll go back on the perpendicular to this and add just a little bit more in, and then that area will be done. This is an automatic sewing machine, so it's leaving all these little threads, so I might as well just go through and trim these out while we can. I would caution people not to get too carried away. You don't want to go too thick on the repaired area. Obviously, you don't want to go too thin, but if you go too much, you'll start to build up so much thread and you'll get kind of like a thick, stiff part on your jean, and it's just going to be uncomfortable, and you'll feel this kind of like lump in your pants. So I would say when you're doing the repairs, almost less is more. Don't get too crazy, and you can always come back another day and do a little bit more. All right, so let's see, where else do we need? We did this part, we did this part, we did this part. There's a few areas here that are starting to go, so we'll maybe just give a quick little bit of attention there. And then we're gonna go back and address this area here, which I previously reinforced, but just not enough. So we're gonna redo that one as well. Do you know the song, the Edmund Fitzgerald?
Fitzgerald? No.
A classic Canadian song stuck in my head. When the gales of November. You know, yeah, you know, it's about a famous Canadian shipwreck. I believe is the biggest shipwreck in the Great Lakes, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, and there's like a Gordon Lightfoot song called the Edmund Fitzgerald, which is the name of the boat. Great song. Okay, I'll just double check that there's no additional fabric underneath. Now I'm just basically going randomly in this little area here, just trying to add a little bit of strength so that hopefully it stops falling apart. Okay, so that's good. That area looks more or less taken care of. And then we'll just go over here and do just a few little passes back and forth here. So you can see the fabric starting to get a little bit thin there. It's where the white is showing, that's just basically the weft yarns, the warps are starting to disappear. All right, I don't know if this is a real sewing technique, but I do it anyways. Maybe don't do it on your like your home machine, but on the industrial machine, I feel like you can get away with it, where you just kind of press forward on the pedal, press the back button, and then just pull to the side, and it will just kind of zigzag across here as you go back and forth, and it will. So I'll show you the result here. Maybe there's gonna be some sewers in the comments screaming at me, being like, I can't believe you're doing that. But hey, look, it works. Look at that. You got almost like a perfect little zigzag. All you have to do is pull in one direction, hit the back button, and just keep the pedal moving. And you'll just get this like boop, 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 all the way across. Takes very little skill because, you know, I don't have any. But hey, it does the trick, as they say. All right, so I see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're getting close. Man, these jeans are starting to look interesting with all these repairs on the back. All right, last area. We will go, I'm getting hot here doing all these repairs. It's warm in here, man. You sweating? This area here, we're gonna zigzag across here a few times. Just reinforce that a little bit because it looks like it's, whew. Ooh-wee. It's getting serious here. It is actually cooking in here. It's a sweatshop. No, we're actually paying a lot of money to heat this factory up, keep it nice and warm for the ladies here because it's cold outside. Yeah, we're filming this in the middle of the, well, not the middle of the winter, but it is not hot outside. It's starting to get chilly. It's starting to get a little chilly. We're just going back and forth, back and forth. I mean, if you're really fancy, you can try to line it up with the grain of the denim. But hey, I don't really care. I think it looks cool when the repairs are a little bit homemade looking. Grandma style. I'm gonna jack you grandpa style. I'm gonna jack you grandpa style. Are you jealous, Terry, of my repair technique? Almost. It's hot up here. I feel like I'm doing it wrong, but it feels so right. It's the pull on it, pull to the side technique, and just press the button.
Wow, you know, I had like a heavyweight jean, and it was a different seam. Like a flap over.
Oh, and that's the end of the bobbin. So I think that's gonna be the end of the repair right there. Let's, right in time, ran out of thread. Wow, look at that. That's some serious butt repairs right there. But hopefully that'll keep me going for a while longer. These don't fall apart. A little reinforcement there. So anyways, there you go. That was today's little episode of repairing jeans with Garrett. If you made it all the way to the end, congratulations. Don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.